Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the next edition of Go News via JIGS TV. This week, the international tournament which happened and which was the main focus of this week's Go was LG Cup, one of the big international championship. It was played online and probably many hoped to see the final match between Kisei and Park Jong-hwan because both of these players were. Someone is saying something about the sound. Is my sound bad? I don't know how to make it better now. So I hope it will be fine. Anyway. Park Jong-hwan was playing in the semi-final with Shin Minjun, another Korean top player, and Shin Minjun won. So the final match will be Shin Minjun versus Kisei, because this week not all the games were played. There were many of the quarterfinals, semi-finals played, but not the final, not yet. And for Shin Minjun, who we can see on the right, it will be the first final of major international tournament, and for Kisei it will be actually the first final of LG Cup. So for sure it will be an interesting match, and we can see on the photo that Kisei seems a bit tired and Shin Minjun rather determined to win. But maybe Kisei have time to recover because the final will be only in February, and yeah, let's wait for that. What happens in national tournaments in Asia? There was the challenger deciding match of Kisei tournament, and as you know, in the title matches in Japan, there is a tournament to decide the challenger who will play against the winner from the last year. And in Kisei tournament, as this is one of the biggest, the most important tournament in Japan, the final match is best of 7. And before the final match happens, the challenger needs to be decided. This time, Kona Rin managed to beat Takao Shinji in the challenger deciding match. It is the third time he is the challenger for the Kisei, and he was already a challenger for Honimbo, for Meijin, for Gosei, for Tengen, but just one major title he managed to actually win. It was the Tengen title 15 and 13 years ago. This time he was playing the challenger deciding match with Takao Shinji, an older player, and managed to win by half a point. But the funny thing is that both of the players were thinking that the result is the opposite. And by the way, the system of the Kisei tournament is a bit complex. So there are leagues which decide who qualifies to the brackets. There is a Super League, League S, and then League A, League B, and League C. And who wins in League C will play with the winner of League B. And then the winner of these two games, so this time it was Hon Akiyoshi and Shibano Toramaru, and Shibano Toramaru won. And then Shibano Toramaru was playing the winner of League A, who was Yamashita Keigo. Then Yamashita Keigo won, and he challenged the winner of League A, who was Takao Shinji, and then Takao Shinji challenged the winner of League S, Kona Rin, and they played best of 2, but the winner of League S already starts with the advantage of 1 victory. So in that game, the result was 1-1, and Kona Rin, as he was the one from League S, was the one who qualified to the final match. And by the way, the winner of League C, Hon Akiyoshi, maybe some of you might know him, as he went to the Lexand Go, to the European Go Congress in Lexand some time ago. So that's about Japan, and now we have news from China. So in the female Mingren tournament, Zhou Hongyu was challenging Chen Yiming. By the way, this is the second edition of female Mingren, and Mingren is the Chinese equivalent of Japanese Meijin. These are the same characters. Mingren is Meijin. And last year, Chen Yiming meet Zhou Hongyu in the semifinal, and Chen Yiming won. And now Zhou Hongyu challenged her, and she managed to win 2-1. This was best of 3. And Zhou Hongyu is the younger player. She is 18, while Chen Yiming is 28. Oh, but I think I don't have these games to show. The games were exciting. So I think the second game in which Chen Yiming managed in the first game Zhou Hongyu managed to put a lot of pressure on Chen Yiming's group, and even though it was unclear where her territory will be, the pressure was just too big. The next news from China is about Chinese League B. It started on this Saturday, and there will be 8 rounds between teams from all over China, and it finishes next Sunday. And Chinese leagues, there are leagues, League A, League B, League C. As you probably know, there is European team each year in League C, starting from a few years ago, thanks to generous Chinese sponsorship. And these leagues are also very attractive for players from abroad. So not only there is a European team in League C, but in League B there is a Japanese team, Iyama-Yuta 9-dan, Yoseki 8-dan, Mutsura Yuta 7-dan, and Fukuoka Kotaro 1-dan professional. Mutsura is one of the students of Choseok-bin. I think some of the viewers might know Choseok-bin. He used to teach a lot in Europe. And also there is a rule that a Chinese team can have 1 player from abroad. For sure it is like this in League A, I think in League B and C as well. And there are many players from abroad joining. So for example, Chechol Han, who is a famous Korean player, he has been playing in Chinese League A for 10 years already. But this year he plays in Chinese League B, and as you can see, he is playing online because, of course, he cannot come to China due to pandemic. So some of the games from League B are online, and at the same time as the League B started, there also started female league, Chinese female league, and also there are some players from abroad joining. So Nyo Eiko is 3-dan from Japan, and she is joining Hangzhou team. And also there are Korean female players. This lady, I think if you are watching my Go News, JIGS TV Go News regularly, then you already recognize her. This is Chejong. She is the strongest Korean female player, and she has played in Chinese female league for already 6 years. Her result is 36 wins and 1 loss. This is really incredible. And by the way, news from Korea. There were 2 next games of the Supermatch sponsored by Name Island. I guess you remember how I talked about it a few weeks ago. Now there was the 4th game, the 5th game. In the 4th game, the game was good for Shin Jinseo from the beginning, but Park Jong-hwan was catching up, and in the end there was just a difference of half a point. So a really close game. And I actually wanted to talk about the next game, the 5th one, which was played today. So in this game, the story of this game is rather like it's an interesting story, and the game is maybe easy to understand. So it started with this modern Fuseki Sansan invasions, and both players having a big moyon. And what to do now? Of course, Park Jong-hwan, who plays white, he needs to invade. So he invades on the lower side, and of course Shin Jinseo will attack him very severely. So the lower side group will die. But Park Jong-hwan created a living group on the right side. So it is very often like this. You invade the moyo, you die once, but then you live somewhere else. And after this happened, of course, Shin Jinseo must have invaded the moyo of white. And he did. So he attaches, and after a few moves, he just builds a group. The points are gone. Very difficult to resist against such attachments. And if you count points at this stage of the game, well, white needs to break black's right side framework. Otherwise, white will not be enough. So he starts with an attack, with putting pressure on black's group. Then he goes in, but then, of course, Shin Jinseo goes into white's area. He cannot just defend himself and let white do whatever white wants. And how the game finished? So they both were trying to break the opponent's area, and in the end, well, I guess you know this Joseki well, and probably you experienced already in your games that sometimes the agi there is pretty bad. Park Jong-hwan tried to resist against this attachment of Shin Jinseo, but after a few moves, well, there was a cop. So white also gained something for this loss, but still the game, like white revived the lower side, but black got more in the upper left corner. Well, this is the 5th win of Shin Jinseo, and this must feel super painful. This is already 10th win in a row, because Shin Jinseo also managed to beat Park Jong-hwan in some earlier games. And before it was the opposite. Before there were times where Park Jong-hwan beat Shin Jinseo 9 times in a row. But this year their score is 12-1 for Shin Jinseo. The last 2 games of the match will be played on December 1st and 2nd. And well, wish Park Jong-hwan luck. But it seems that Shin Jinseo is just in a very good shape. And this week we also have news from Canada. There was a big tournament online, Canadian Open. The last 2 rounds were played on October 31st, so this news is already from 2 weeks ago, but there will be a playoff for the top 4 players who managed to get 5 wins in the open group. Why in the open group? Because this tournament had many groups according to level. An open group, a 5-dan group, or like from 4 to 5-dan. I don't remember exactly then. Like 1Q group, 2Q group, and so on. The event was a big success thanks to the organizers, Emi Guo, Chuen Sun, Nicholas Prince, and James Sedgwick. And it ran using the McMahon tournament tool designed by Devin Fraze on the platform Baduk Club. And Devin Fraze, we also have an interview with him today, so let's wait for it. He will explain more. But basically, this tool lets you automatic creation and reporting of games via OGS. Here you can see on the slide that there is the OGS window popping up on the tournament page, and also the event was commented live by Kim Yoon-young, 8-dan professional who lives in Canada, and it was streamed on Quebec Go Association Twitch channel. I recommend you to check that out. And another news from Canada is We Go Youth tournament, which happened 1 week ago. It was organized by Go School, and the main organizer was Twinsland. And 70 players, 70 youth players, joined the Bacle Club OGS tournament from 5 to 12 years old. There were five rounds with exciting and speedy play by Canada's most passionate youth players. Some were playing on 19 by 19, and there was also a division on 13 by 13. Here you can see the winners: Zhang Yuqing, Zhang Yuxin, Jason Liu, and George Feng. Congratulations! Meanwhile, in Europe, what happened? This is not what happened. This is what will happen. This is a picture from European Women Go Championship 2019, and this year the Women Go Championship will be held on OGS from 28th of November until 20th of December. 16 players will participate, 1,100 euro prize money, and to participate you need to have rating above 2050, which means 1 dan, right? Or am I wrong? I think it is 1 dan. Yeah, so top 8 players from 2019, 7 players according to the rating, and 1 wild card. But there was another female championship which actually did happen this week. It was the French female championship. This year, Ariane Huguer, who you might know from one of the previous Go News, she's 4 dan. She didn't join the championship, which left more suspense to the competition. The competition took place online. 30 players participated, which is a record of French female championship. And the final match was played by Milena and Camille Levesque. Oh, I think I have the ratings the opposite. Milena Bacle is 2 dan, and Camille Levesque is 1 dan. So in the final, Milena managed to win, but what was this is not their game. This is the game of Park Jung-kwan. But I really want to show the game of the girls, because yeah, the course of that game was super exciting. Milena was attacking Black's group, but in the end, the group managed to live in Seki, it looks like, but you can see that there is still this ko, and if White ever wants to start it, he can do it, but then Black needs to find the ko threat first. So this is very difficult because the group is too huge. And by the way, if White ever takes this ko, then the same will apply to White. White can start the ko, but where will White find such a big ko threat? This is a 10,000 years ko, but it is not often to see this position with two huge groups. So neither of the ladies was eager to start that ko for a long time, but then well, the game just continued, and in the very late end game, Black decided to start the ko because there was a big ko threat in the lower left. So how is this swap? You can count easily that Black lost 21 stones, 42 points, but then White also lost 16 stones, right? And 17, and also a few points of territory. So Black gained a little bit by this exchange, but it's not a big gain. It's just a few points gain. So it's reasonable that Black waited until the very late end game with it, and then gained a few points. But in the end, still, if I am not mistaken, how was it? It seems that White won by 1.5, 3.5, something like like this. Another news from Europe is the JIGS versus Chinese team competition, the school of Liang versus Jena International Go School. So finally the competition finished yesterday. Still 3 players from JIGS were alive, so they didn't lose yet, and Alexei Igonin, if I'm not mistaken, managed to win the last game against Liu Ze. All right, and now let's move to the section about with interviews. We are starting the series about countries, and we start with Russia, the interview with Natalia Kovalyova. So let's let her introduce Russian Go to us.
Hello, everybody. Today I'm talking to Natalia Kovalyova. She's the Vice President of Russian Go Federation. Hello, Natalia.
Hello, Mania.
Actually, we would like to talk a little bit about Russian Go Federation because all the very strong Go players in Europe come from Russia. So the current European champion, Ilya Shikshin, comes from Russia, but also among females and among the youth. Russia is always one of the leading countries, and this has actually a reason. So you are pushing Go a lot forward, and you have a lot of activities, and we would like to talk about it today a little bit. But maybe first, it's important to say that Russia has actually a big sponsor.
True, Polymetal company.
Yes, and how much money is provided per year to do all these activities?
Yeah, basic, it's about 130,000 euro for normal activities. And additionally, we have money from different resources for other special things, special projects.
Yeah, I remember that the European Go Congress was also a special event and something like this. And the money is provided every year. And what are you doing with this money? This money, I heard that even people are paid full time from it. So
that's true. That's one our aims. We want to have Go organization as a professional, not a Go professional like players, but we think also organizers should be professionals and should be paid. Only this way we think can really help to provide Go everywhere.
Yeah, and you have how many people being full-time paid?
About 8, I think, and also maybe 8 or 10 more partly paid.
Mm-hmm. And then with these people, what are you doing? So I know you have a lot of PR, like on Facebook, VK, Instagram, and a lot of things like that.
Yeah, and we have each person has their own activities. Like me, for example, I do youth part and international part. That's my job, and other people also do it. And of course, we try to do a lot of things for activities for newcomers. Let's say it's like festivals, activities on the streets, and so on and so on.
And what other projects have been made in the past?
So we are preparing for World Amateur Go Championship. It has been.
I heard about it. It was planned for May this year, and then the Corona pandemics came, and it actually was the first time that the World Championship was outside of Asia.
It was postponed from May 2020 to beginning of June 2021. Yeah, so still in Vladivostok, we hope to see everyone there. And actually, there will be not only World Championship as usually, but also festival for everyone.
Aha, so I can also come?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Sure.
I will.
Everyone can come.
Mm-hmm. And so you also are working on, together with the World Economic Forum. Is it like that?
It's Eastern Economical Forum. Yeah, in Vladivostok, there is for quite many years already. That's a place there. Very important people like presidents of the countries and businessmen and politicians came and decide many things. And yeah, we had 2 times international Go tournaments there in Vladivostok.
and why we have Go there. So it's to show people that you can think strategically also in the business world, or?
Yeah, and also we want to show that Go can help to connect people from different countries and to just to help decide very big and important questions, which is these important people do.
Yeah, that is really cool. And also we saw last week already the Chinese ambassadors, which was also a great event. And I'm really looking forward that you will have more such great events. And hopefully we will talk to you soon again. That would be great. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Natasha. Yeah, the organization of the previous weekend's Chinese Ambassadors Cup was amazing. And next weekend, there will be Russian Championship. Originally, it was planned for more days, but in the end, it will be just a weekend tournament, 6 rounds with system for 16 top Russian players. Let's watch that. And for now, let's move to our Tsumego part. As you know, there are prizes for 75 points when you collect 75 points in our Tsumego competition. And what are the prizes? So you can get vouchers for Guojuan's Go School. You can get books and Go materials from Hepsaker Verlag or GoGames.eu, the international website. Or you can get 50% discount for Polgote Go School. Prizes for Baduk Club. This is our new sponsor. Thanks for supporting the Go News. Or vouchers up to €150 to learn at the Jena International Go School, JIGS. So there is stuff to fight for, and there are already people who are reaching 30 points. Here we can see the correct solution of the last week's problem. And here you can see new problems. So please send them until next Sunday, as every week. And today, this week, there is no tombola. We announced that there will be a tombola about Go and Ski Camp, but due to the pandemic, it is not clear if the camp will happen. So the tombola is supposed to happen later, and you can still apply. And in case the camp happens, you can get the €140 entry fee. And in the next tombolas, you can win a voucher for Go lessons at JIGS. This is the next week's tombola. And to get the voucher, please solve the problem which happens at the end of today's news. So we will have the Go piece of the week. There will be a very interesting problem. If you solve that one, you can apply for the tombola. This is not about our Tsumego competition, but about that very interesting problem collected from an actual game. Next, we will have another tombola for an international Go tournament and Polio Now, which will happen on OGS in January, and you can get a free fee for that tournament. And there will be also Color Go vouchers. This we will announce in a moment. The Color Go server, and a Christmas special will be about the episodes which will happen in the upcoming weeks. So this we will still announce in 1 week, but there will be something which we will hide in the episodes on 30th of November, 7th of December, 14th and 21st. And if you can find what is hidden, you can win a special prize from our entire Go TV team. And now let's move to the advertisement section. First advertisement is the interview with Devin Fraze, the creator of the Baduk Club platform, which we saw a print screen of. So what does Devin have to tell us?
Hello, everybody. Today I would like to talk with Devin Fraze. Everywhere in the world there are extremely nice and encouraging people trying to do a lot with Go. And one of these persons is from the US, and his name is Devin. Hello, Devin.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
So maybe you can tell everybody a little bit about yourself. So who are you? Where are you from? What are you doing?
Sure. So I'm a local, regional, and national organizer on the board of the American Go Association, AGA, as you guys call it, and also trying to do some international work with Project Bacle Club. But I'm around a 1Q Go player, 4Q actually in Europe, and yeah, just want to connect with the broader community. So I think it's great what you guys are doing.
I actually heard that you have been also in the ski and Go camp in France last year.
That's right. Yeah, right before the pandemic hit, I got to go to that, which is wonderful. I already met some of those players before, and I've been down to the Latin American events as well. And yeah, so European community is amazing. And
so you are one of the person traveling over the world, just being happy, enjoying to play. But also you do quite a lot of things and projects. So one of them you mentioned already is Bacle Club. So may you say a few words about it?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So yeah, my main project right now is Bacle Club. We have a map. We're trying to map the whole world, get clubs and players. You can see behind me, we got some black dots for clubs and white dots for players. People watching, if you want to, get your club or yourself on the map, just visit the link wheretoplaygo.com or bacle.club.
Hey, wait, does it mean if I have also a club or established something, I can just send you the mail and then you have another black dot on your list?
Yeah. Go to the site and you can add it. And then also, if you'd like to collaborate and help me, spread Go throughout the world, you can email me. We'll put it here too, probably hello@baduke.club. I'd love to work together with you, with anyone. So,
and that also means if I travel somewhere and I have no clue if there are Go players, then I can find it possibly on your map, right? So that's cool.
That's right. Yeah. And I'm trying to make the map embeddable. So if there are people that have Go websites, different nations, you can actually embed the map specifically around your country, and it can be usable everywhere. So.
Yeah, cool. And you also have some other projects.
That's right. Yeah, we just launched a store in collaboration with Solomon from Danger Monkey Ghost Tones. He's providing some really amazing vintage equipment with slate and shell stones and traditional floor Go bonds. And I'm working to import affordable wholesale Go supplies for organizers from China. Folding boards, Go clocks specifically made for Go, and also teaching boards. And those are available at store.baduke.club. I'm just trying to, my background as an organizer, I realized basically that there are a lot of people around the world who probably have the same problems as me. We want to get supplies for running tournaments in the club, and I want to be able to, have software for running my tournaments. Bacle Club, we just recently launched a tournament tool for running online tournaments. Stuff like that. So I just want to solve problems for organizers like myself and make Go more fun for everybody. So yeah.
That's really great. And it's really great to see how much you push Go forward. And actually, Devin was one of the first persons who saw our news TV and directly afterwards said, hey, I want to support it. And he even does it financially, and that helps so much. So thank you very much for that.
That's right. I think Go News can really make a big difference. And I hope other people choose to support it as well. Because obviously, even a little bit, because nothing's free, and so I think it all adds up. And so I'm happy to be a supporter. Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's really helpful. And so, what do you plan to do in the future? What's next?
Yeah, so a lot of cool things in the works right now. Mainly, just I want to figure out how to grow the Go community as well. So after we start getting different tools to help the community thrive as is. Thinking about growing different marketing to get new players involved, and learning from clubs to create best practices and all that kind of stuff. And so if people, like I said earlier, if people want to work with me, I'm super open, and just reach out via email or my site, and we can make the Go world better for everybody. So
that's so cool. So I wish you super good luck. I hope that everything works out, and I hope also in the future we will see a little bit more from you and about your projects. Thank you very much for the interview.
I'll stay in touch. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Cheers.
Right. Thank you, Devin. And another cool project which we want to advertise is the Color Go server, which is developed by Max Musali. Let's look at the advertisement of that. So if you like the project, become the beta tester, please. And for the end of the stream, as I already announced, there will be a Go problem. This is a problem which Choyeon, Naidal Professional, posted on Spirits of Baduk, Facebook. This is a game of Lee Sedol versus Guli, best of 10, the last game. I guess you remember a few years ago. This match happened. White to play and capture black. Can you find the solution? I don't know. How much time should I give you? Maybe I just go and you stay here with the problem, or maybe I wait a bit, or I have a better idea. You can just stop the stream right now, and I will be talking, but you will be just looking at the problem, and you will spend the time more productively. I hope you already stopped and you don't listen what I am talking about more. And I just want to tell you that, as always, if you have any idea about the improvements, if you want to advertise any of your cool Go project, a Go server, a website, tournament you made, anything, or you want to send us a Go piece of the week, then just please contact us, email us to news@gojigs.eu. For now, that's it. Thank you for today's stream. It was a little bit long, but I hope it was exciting. See you next Monday, as always, 8:30 p.m. Bye bye.